From the National Newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm Jason White. The Prime Minister says Canada is making progress on U.S. tariff deals for key sectors, but he isn't saying which ones. Mark Carney is in Toronto with his cabinet as they prepare for the upcoming fall session of Parliament and more U.S. trade talks. He says building up Canada's economy will require cutting back federal spending.
One of the big elements of the discussions over the next 2 days will be about those efficiencies. It won't be the final discussion of that. We'll continue to work on this right up to the budget. So we need to do that. But at the same time, we need to invest as a country. And it's finding those efficiencies. It's the responsible thing to do with Canadians' money.
The meetings come 2 weeks before the House of Commons is to return for the fall sitting, and the government has promised to have a stronger defense industry and more affordable housing. RCMP have arrested a woman who calls herself the Queen of Canada, along with 16 other people. Romana Didolo and her followers had set up a compound in an old school west of Regina in 2023. Police found 4 replica handguns at the site today, but no charges have been laid so far. Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre says Liberal immigration policies are to blame for a jobs crisis among young people. He accuses corporations of using the temporary foreign worker program to hire foreigners who work for less than Canadian citizens. Poilievre says the program should be scrapped.
The time has come for decisive action to stop the Liberals from using our immigration system to pad the pockets of corporate elites and other insiders at the expense of Canadian jobs.
He named Tim Hortons as an example, but the coffee chain responded the foreign workers are not cheaper and make up less than 5% of its workforce. The countrywide push for major infrastructure projects won't happen without First Nations at the table. That was the message today from the Assembly of First Nations as it began its annual summer gathering in Winnipeg. Eve's Veggie Cuisine is being discontinued after 40 years. It follows years of sales declines in plant-based foods, but it's still producing for now, so you should be able to find its products in stores into the early winter of this year. Tonight might be the last night many southern Canadians can see the northern lights. But astrophotographer Joe Gilker warns light pollution can block them out.
The northern lights will be in the north. So obviously someplace that's open to the north is ideal, like a field, a lake, a body of water or something, or, you're on a hilltop looking down over a valley.
The northern lights are caused by Earth's magnetic field redirecting or deflecting electrically charged particles from the sun, and those particles coming into contact with gases like oxygen and nitrogen. This is the Canadian Press. In sports, the Toronto Blue Jays hope to end their 3-game series in Cincinnati tonight on a high note. Toronto outlasted the Reds in a slugfest last night, squeezing out a 12-9 victory. The NHL will implement a playoff salary cap and remove team dress code requirements, part of a new collective bargaining agreement set to begin in September 2026. But the League and the Players Association agreed to make the playoff cap and dress code policy changes now. Canada's Felix Auger-Aliassime is off to the U.S. Open semifinals once again. He beat Alex de Minaur of Australia. And the IndyCar Grand Prix of Toronto is on the move.
Markham, start your engines. The Indy race is coming to our city.
Markham Mayor Frank Scarpitti announced the northeastern Toronto suburb will host the race next year. The race has been in downtown Toronto since its first run in 1986. From the Canadian Press, I'm Jason White.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.